Good morning. I am currently in Vättlefjäll, Gothenburg, Sweden, taking a day hike in the midst of January with about minus 8 degrees Celsius. So I'm going on a tour of about 23 kilometers. So the plan is to do that during the day. Get back to that. It's the first time for me hiking about like this in this kind of cold temperature. So trying out some gear, and trying out myself. Right now I'm have quite a lot of clothes on. Puff jacket. I got like a kilt, thermo kilt or skirt to start out with, but I will probably be putting them in my backpack as we move along. It'll be too warm once I get there. Yeah, so let's get started. There it is. That's what happens when you do too many things at one time. Yeah, notice it's just I think half a kilometer down. Want to put my glove on, but I lost it, and you don't want to do that. If you need to take care about your gear, so don't do like me and drop your stuff. That's that's one learning. That's why I'm doing this, to get some experience in being out in cold weather, having all this stuff with me that I'm not used to have. And with stuff I mean some extra clothes, and fiddling around with camera with gloves on. Oh yeah, okay, but let's get back on the road in the right direction again. Become cold before, or I didn't get cold, but I needed to put clothes on before, since I had like 1 hour of sitting and not walking around, so then I needed to take all of my warm clothes on. But now that I'm up and about again, this tends to be too hot, and that's why I'm taking them off and just the fleece, taking the thermo skirt off as well. and I'm obviously not using this one when doing any proper hiking. Some cheap wind jacket that didn't last 2 hours. So off you go in the bag. I got a synthetic jacket here. Snowed down. It's alright. It's not. I don't need to compress that much. I'm gonna switch to my a bit thinner gloves. I'm trying out what kind of gloves is working for me in this temperature. If I needed the thicker ones, I could do it with the smaller ones. And as I noticed in also previously, I'm not really using both of the hiking poles. So putting one in the bag for now. Wanted to try out with two, but I tend to like to go with one only. Here we go. So now it's soon lunchtime again as well. So by the time I'm done with fiddling with my bag, and I'm cold again. So no more fiddling. Well, how awesome is this? Ice everywhere, and you got ice skaters going. They have the perfect condition here. Barely any snow on the ice, and it's perfect. So today is it's still -6 something, and the sun is shining. That's okay. I've seen worse days. Yeah, I think it was a good call to go out today, for sure. I'm gonna hike on a little bit, and then it's going to be a fire, or a small fire, to get some food, and then let's get moving. All right, time for some food. I found a good spot, I think. So I'll be heading out to that little peninsula over there. think. No wind, which makes it pretty nice. Well, let's make up camp, so to speak, and make some food. Planning to try out my home-built wood gas stove. Just bring it in a paper bag, smooth. And I got backup as well. This home-built capillary hoop stove. My first version, crude, but it works. Now I will be using this one. It's a wood gas stove. It's built of 2 tin cans, some net. Just gonna prime it. Some wood scraps from home, basically, because it was too damp, the woods that we got here. Now we got this one, so you can have something to put the thingy to boil water into the pot. So, to be safe, I brought with me some small wood, bark, and so forth. Turns out I was right. That was needed. So, put them in to prime. And then away we go. Should be going from getting up a fire soon. There we go. Already. There we go. That's better. So basically I just feed it with these small pieces. Just starting to get the fire going here. There. Once we're good to go, let's just fill up some water, and there we go. So the only downside with this is that you need to keep filling it with wood, Let's see if it just still getting the hang of it, so it doesn't sometimes. Put into big chunks, and then the fire is gone. That's not so good. Put some thin bark in there. So let's have a little look at this wood gas stove here in action. So you can see it's basically, there's a small, my construction here, it has a quite small entry there to put in fuel. You could do it bigger, of course, but this was good because that tin can was so wide, so it helped stabilize. There, everything is cooked and ready here at the lunch stop. So right now I was thinking about to talk about the the learnings from today. So this was my first tour outside, just a day hike, but when in winter time, so I haven't done that before, just summer, and there are some new things to think about. And yeah, one of the things is a water filter. I didn't think that one through. Thought I would get some water from the lake and have it in the filter. I of course didn't think I'm feeding the fire at the same time. I didn't think that it was minus, so what you do with the little filter here, and this is full with water, so it will of course get frozen. So yeah, this is pretty useless. Instead, what I did now instead was to use the lake water in the cooking. So I boil it, and then that problem is solved. anyway. So since the lake water is boiled and I'm just out for a day, then that's fine. But if you're out for longer trips, then you should do the same, basically boil the water. There's no good way with the to use a water filter, so I would say boil the water and put it in a thermos. You need to have a thermos with you. It's the same here. I came up with this yesterday evening, so I just threw in the stuff that I thought that, yeah, this is good, I'm just going to try out. It's not so it's not so bad if it's the wrong stuff or something happens. I'm still quite close to getting home. I won't starve to death because I'm not getting any lunch or something like that. Yeah, so of course this one froze and it started to freeze. What I did basically when I had camp last time, I just put all the water in the pot, heated it up, just the excess heat from the after I was done with my coffee, and I add a lot of excess wood, so I'm just heated it up a little bit so it wouldn't freeze. Yeah, so that's one of those. Let's eat. All right, can you see where I put my stove? No, or I can't at least, so that's the way it should be. Leave no trace. So I realized quite quickly after my Teams meetings this morning that I would not do the 25 kilometers, the entire Vättlefjäll leden. So I made a shortcut here. There are plenty of paths here. But now I am back on Vättlefjäll's leden again after having done the shortcut. So now I'm back on the way back, since it's the path is going in a big circle. So now I'm back on it. I still have quite some to go, so I will need to keep my pace up after the long lunch and the sun on the peninsula. That was so nice, so it was definitely the good call to go out today. The GoPro did not like the cold today. It's already quite dead. I did only some the early footage here, and there I stepped into a nice puddle. Water broke through the ice. Yeah, I only did some time lapse and then some video here and there, but the cold is really eating the battery, so that but the Canon G7X, which I have now, this one seems to be holding up. Of course I haven't done as much video here, but still seems to be holding up better. So that's another one of the learnings. You need to keep your electronics a bit warmer, otherwise they will fail on you. I'm getting closer to the end of my hike now. It was 13 kilometers instead of 25, but it's something. I got more stops and less walk. Basically, when I noticed I couldn't take the 25, I simply took a shorter one and took it easy with the stops, so I didn't have to be in such a rush. So, some more learnings. Well, as usual, I'm walking with my trail shoes, a couple of Altra superiors. That's what I got now. Basically a zero drop shoe, which is very lightweight and it's not waterproof whatsoever, but drains well. It didn't take very long until I accidentally went through some thin ice and straight into the water. I did that with both feet, and that actually my feet are actually warm now. They barely cold when that happened. I mean, it becomes cold immediately when you get cold water on them, but it didn't take long until that I didn't notice it. I am wearing wool socks, some wool toe socks to be precise. So now we're getting really close, and it's only ice everywhere.